Yeah! Welcome to a special Wednesday night edition of the greatest goddamn D&D streamer in this world and the next here. Welcome, Goblins. There's you got Sorag the Destroyer here, ready to slash and bash with the best goddamn wrecking crew there ever was. The Wrecking Crew here! The makes it extra special. You got Fang the Mang talking to his lady on the phone. You got Wilmore Chattington looking cool and relaxed at home. And of course, the greatest goddamn D&D DM in all the land here. It's Nick Gonzalez. Take it away, Nick.
You know the sound effect that'll do like on there?
Yeah, right. Need the Mexican jumping happy hands.
Yeah, yes. Welcome everyone to tonight's oh yeah. To tonight's edition of Goblins Under the Stairs. I believe this is night 82, ladies and gentlemen. Goblins, orcs, tieflings, half elves, gnomes, dwarves, whatever the fuck you are out there. We're happy to have you here. We're happy to be here. A very exciting moment in the campaign right now. Give you guys a quick little refresher of what happened the last time we were together and jump on into this thing once again. So the last time we were all together, you guys were just blew into this conscious of teleportation, transporting yourself to Maelstrom. And in that span of transportation, you guys heard a familiar voice of Anam the Allfather speaking to you and reminding you of what's at hand here in Maelstrom and the issues and to root out the evil therein. And so swirling water rushed around you guys and dissipated, and you found yourselves in a chamber in Maelstrom. And you heard some singing of a kind of strange, ethereal voice coming from upstairs with some organ music playing alongside with it, and decided to follow that upstairs to find a chamber with two storm giant sisters, Mirren and Nim, singing and performing this music to a group of giant lords, some sort of noble giant lords, and entertaining them. And upon arriving, you guys were stopped by the storm giant guards and began to be questioned. You guys, didn't waste any time. Let them know why you were there. You were there to speak with Sarissa and try to help out find Hecaton, and that you had a message from Anam and were sent from him himself. They were kind of hesitant to trust you, but they sent you down to some chambers to wait word to see if Sarissa would meet with you, as she was quite busy at the time. Time went on by. You guys were trying to figure out what to do in that time period. Fang decided to practice a little bit of his clerical skills and marry Solrak and Wilmore in holy matrimony and bond them for the next week at least, giving them a little bit of benefit while they're together. And
things work out,
We'll see how it goes. Nothing's permanent. But you guys then heard a knock on the door with Mirren, the elder storm giant's sister, saying that your request for an audience with Sarissa was granted, and to follow her along upstairs. And as she began to lead you guys through this area, all these storm giant lords from that main chamber upstairs began to come around from the corners and seem to almost ambush you guys. And Mirren called you guys a group of fools, and she recognized you all as being the giant assassins, as she called you guys, the Wrecking Crew, and stumped away, having the giant lords left behind to deal with you all. The one stone giant recognized Wilmore speaking about Anam and the Oracle, and it kind of led him to give you guys a little bit more trust, and with you guys showing your, being sent from Anam and a little bit of your strength with Solrak, fighting with this frost giant and showing his brute strength, and maybe a little bit of bribery, you guys were able to convince them to bring you all upstairs to meet with Sarissa. And so you guys were taken up to her main throne room area, where she was sitting on the worm skull throne, a throne made of obsidian black stone with 4 dragon skulls as the feet. And next to her was her uncle Uther and a assistant, a surrogate mother for the time being, Thyrim, a storm giant, if you will, with a white horn protruding from her head. And you guys had a conversation, a lovely one with Sarissa. She was very welcoming to you guys. You could tell that she appreciates and respects little folk just as much as her mother, Queen Neri. But Thyrim, on the other hand, did not quite trust you all, and was showing a bit of outrage. And she kind of spoke out of line at one moment when Sarissa was giving you guys a little bit more trust than she wanted. And Thyrim shouted out, how can we trust them? For all we know, they're the ones that killed your mother and kidnapped your father. And without knowing for sure that Hecaton is kidnapped, all they know is that he's missing, probably could have chose better words. And Thyrim tried to play that off legit, but you guys all saw through that facade and knew that she knew more than she was letting on. A couple of arguments went on. Thyrim went to grab that scepter, the coronal scepter, from Sarissa's hand, and Sarissa pulled back, and Uther interjected and kind of tried to separate them a bit and send Thyrim off and tell her to calm down a bit. And as she was walking out, Wilmore definitely began to have a bit more recognition on her, and decided to make an illusion of a flying blue dragon right in her eyesight, right in front of her. And this, of course, caught her eye, and she gave you all a bit of a smirk as she slyly turned around with lightning thriving through her and riving through her, and she bolted towards Sarissa, snatching that coronal scepter, paralyzing Sarissa in the Wormskull throne, and teleported instantly into the pool of water in the center of the room there, vanishing. And with Sarissa left there, frozen, paralyzed still, Uther trying to shake her out of it. You guys noticed that she was pulling out from her side satchel a wooden coin with a golden image of a golden goose on it that she was letting you guys know was something that was found near Queen Neri's body on the island of Red Rocks. And, it could be a potential clue to her mother's murderers and possibly her father's whereabouts and who could be behind that. So with this clue in mind and taken, you guys made haste, decided to make it your way over to that meditation cave with Uther, and have him begin to teleport you guys to the Grand Dame, the casino boat in Yartar. You guys gave him a as vivid of a description as you possibly could of the area, and you guys all held hands as he looked inwards to his mind's eye to visualize this place. And once again, as he was starting to reel that in and get a whole full picture of it, everything around you guys began to turn white, and as all the bioluminescent lichen and starfish and shells and whatnot on the walls began to glow and pulse and white out the whole room all around you guys. And you guys could feel the grip of Uther begin to slip away from you as he let you know that they need your help tremendously at this moment in time. Find that coronal scepter from Imrith and find out who is behind the capturing of Hecaton and the murder of Queen Neri, and return back to Maelstrom as quickly as you can. So with that, everything's pooling white and swirling around you once again. You're feeling that vacuumous pool of your bodies. Gravity seems to just work strange in here, and you guys feel like you're floating in time and space for the time being. And then all of a sudden, your vision starts to reapparate all around you, where you can start to see the night sky with shimmering stars, and down below you can see a body of water, a river flowing throughout the land. And in that body of water, you guys can see more lights shimmering across that body, and whoosh, flying back into that space, you guys land on the front of the Grand Dame's ship in the middle of the Dasarian River, floating out at, must be past midnight at this point. Everyone make a stealth check for me as you land here. I will let you... Let's see real quick. So 19, 15, and 12? Luke, what's that average to? 24, 36, 13, right? No, that's not right. That's too low.
No. 43. 6 divided by 3?
You're muted, Luke. One more time.
16.
All right. DC was 15 that I was looking for altogether. So you guys land back down on the deck of this ship here, and hear the commotion of a lively night crowd in here. All the nobles and all the people that matter in Yartar here, and celebrating, having food and drink, and gambling all about. As you guys land here, one of the guards just seems to be popping around the corner and sees you guys, takes notice of you guys walking on the front of the ship there. Kind of like eyes you curiously. Hey, where'd you guys come from?
Just going out for a breather.
That's right. You're just around. So missed us.
Must have snuck by me. Try not to be so sneaky.
Oh, everybody's so loud and lively, you know, it's easy.
That plus us monks are usually pretty light on our feet. We don't make too much noise. Apologies next time. I'll make sure to yell when I walk by you.
Certainly. And real quick, are you guys wielding your weapons on your bodies? Are they shown?
I mean, right now my sword's a tuck away, but I'm
I
massive.
have my. I mean, I always carry my quarterstaff kind of as like a walking.
Okay, so that's how you're presenting it.
Yeah.
I guess my hands are on me. Is there
My mitts. It's at Sin City, right? It's like, and my mitts. It's like one of his weapons.
yeah.
God, I need to rewatch that movie. It's such a good movie. So, yeah, the bandit would look, or I'm sorry, the like guard here would look over at you guys and say, "Hey, you're supposed to check those weapons at the door." I'm looking at you, Solrak.
Oh, sorry. I'll make sure to do that right now.
All right.
Apologies.
Yep. Follow me. We're gonna leave them up at the front.
Oh, don't worry. We know the way. I can. You don't need to waste.
Oh no! I know the way too. You can follow me.
Just follow him, Solrak.
Yeah, you can always use your little magic thing.
So,
That's what I wanted to do.
Dude, lead you guys on down here, passing through another guard. You guys following behind?
Are you leaving me?
I am, at least.
I'm looking at hubby.
Stay close to me.
The guard would look back at Finn. Hey, we're your buddies.
I thought they were right behind me. Sorry. The noise around here. It let me go. Solrak, Shaddington. There they are. Sorry, they're not the sharpest tools in the shed, and they're easily distracted, especially by all these lights. Apologies for that.
That's right. That's what we keep our bald friend here. We can spot him from out of the way. It especially reflects well. For bald head.
I do like to keep it shiny.
Pretty shiny. You say what you want about the man, but his head pretty shiny.
It is reflecting nicely with the starlit sky above it. But hey, no, let's not get distracted here. He leads you guys up to the back of the ship. Nelvin, this guest here, he gestures back to you, Solrak, seems to have forgotten to check his weapons here. Do you mind storing them for now? Nelvin, this man captain would come up to you and say, "Strange. I don't remember seeing you aboard the ship earlier."
Oh, I just was going by in quite a hurry, and quickly, as you can see by the sides of my massive swords here, they probably covered my face. You, doing your job, as I suppose you must have been, probably missed me.
Yes.
The only other way you would have missed me is if you weren't doing your job. Assume you were, right, pal?
No, I was doing my job, and that is to make sure he pulls out a scroll from his side that everyone that enters this boat is on this list. So let's go ahead and double check that, why don't we?
Well, you don't have to waste your time. We would have never made it on the boat.
I wasn't doing my
We
job.
weren't
I would like to
supposed to.
finish doing my job here. Now, shouldn't I do that? So, your name, please.
My name is...
The Jeffries.
I'm sorry.
Jeffries.
Roll persuasion check. with disadvantage. I don't know. Just looking at it. Wilmer, are you over here with them?
15.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
12.
I'm standing behind, just kind of.
I've got a 3.
So, just looking at it, and oh yes, Jim Jeffries. I already checked you off though. Okay, you're good. You though, you're both Jeffries.
Some Sorak Jeffries, but no relation.
Which one is Jim then?
Jim is him, the public.
The little one.
There's 3 Jeffries.
Well, so we're the
A tribe, you see. We started a tribe, and that we're known to some people by certain names, but we recently became the Jeffries. Not be judgeful. It's a place of merriness and entertainment. It's a common name.
Okay, well, I see one Jeffrey on the list here, Jim, and he has already been checked off. I do not recall meeting the 3 of you earlier, though.
Well, you would have known that Jim never travels alone. We are the Jeffries. You probably just didn't have time. All of us on the list.
So, all 3 of you then snuck by me.
No,
and
no,
you're
no,
not on the
Jim went
list
in.
either, so what you're trying to say is...
We would never do such a thing. Or besmirch
You hear him
ruined name.
do like 2 whistles. And kind of just look around. This is interesting. You guys see another guard come from one corner and another one from the other one. And they just, each one of them have a short sword in hand and looking at you guys, eyeing you curiously. And Nelvin, the captain, once again says, "I'll give you one more chance to be real with me. What is your name, or what are you doing here?"
We're at the boys for.
What's your name? What's the one lady's name?
My name is, and I'm gonna start talking as slowly as possible. Hopefully, for someone cover me. Sorak.
just
Well. So I'm just gonna pop up there when he's doing that, and I'm just gonna kind of walk up and just grab the scroll from him, and I'm just gonna go. Hold on a second. We've got to be on here. I'm gonna look through it, and I'm just gonna like roll it up and slap it on my leg and be like, "I told Pal to put us on the list. Where is she, by the way?"
Pal is inside dealing with the customers and clients in there, and give me that back. He reaches back to you and just smacks you on the head with it. And all the 2 guards around the corner, they start moving in closer.
Well, that's it. I just need to go talk to her, and I'm just gonna push through and open the door.
Oh no, he just completely blocks you in there. If you can try to squeeze by if you want, but he's trying to
Yeah,
block
I'm a little
you.
halfling.
No,
I'm
why
gonna.
don't you
Yeah, but he's trying to
and-
stop you. So make either an acrobatics or athletics check to squeeze on by.
Yep. I'm gonna do acrobatics.
look, guards,
No, I'm
easy
good,
on him.
buddy.
Why don't you just get Pal out here, and he'll be able to tell you
27.
that we've been on this boat. He's been helping
Right.
us.
I'm trying to check my weapons here. If I wanted to do some damage, I'd be using my weapons to kill you all. Especially Short Sword McGee and Short Sword Mike Short.
So, Wilmore, you squeeze through, and push under his legs as he's trying to grapple you, and you push on through the door. And Fang, you say, Pao Ming's been helping us. He's been helping us, is what you said. He?
Yes.
Okay.
She,
No, you said he multiple times. I heard you. So Nelvin would look at you and say, Pao Ming, he. Interesting.
Well, look, it's hard when Pal rocks
Guards!
an awfully short haircut.
Please, I don't have time for this insolence. Throw them overboard.
I pull out my swords. Shh! I suggest you call her, because if anyone's going overboard.
And I'm going to, as she's doing that, where is it? I cast, Fairy Fire.
Did I
Right
make
on.
it in there?
Yeah, I'm clearing it out now.
Okay.
Alright, so 1 second. So what the fuck is going on right now? So
pull out my sword.
So Wilmore squeezes through the legs and flies on into the main chamber of the Grand Dane, the main hall of it. Solrak, you pull out both swords as the guards start coming around, and Fang, you're casting Fairy Fire?
Yep.
On who?
All of us.
Wait, is it a...
Yeah, I don't think you can say who's not hit by it.
Oh, yeah, it's a square. Okay. Yeah, so...
Yeah, so you'd be casting it on Solrak, too.
Alright. Fuck. Alright, well then I'm just going to, I guess, kind of like muscle my way out of his grasp.
Okay. You're just trying to... Okay, make an athletics or acrobatics check. Solrak, as you pull out your swords, they look at you, and they have their swords in hand, and they kind of pull them up, and they're standing at attention looking at you. And Nelvin, the captain, jumps in and says, "Everybody, calm down! Relax! Put your weapons down now!"
Oh, 22.
Yeah, you break out of the grasp completely.
I've been trying to put these away, but you all seem to want to keep pushing violence towards us. So why would they be getting closer?
We are not the ones trying to push violence or trying to make sure that our guests here are protected. You all are not on the list. Somehow have made it onto the ship with weapons. I am doing my job.
Oh, why don't you get lady skin?
Because I am the captain. I am the one in charge of the list. Are you not understanding me?
Oh, are you her boss or is she your
I am
boss?
her boss.
Oh,
I am the captain.
let's change that.
What the
a bit.
fuck is higher than captain?
I don't know. I feel like a
Admiral.
captain is really not that high. I was a king, my friend. Your captains to bitch around in my day.
Oh,
Offense.
you don't look like a king
Nice.
to me.
That is funny. I would normally fillet people like you for saying things like that, but you know, only a king, so I will.
As captain, though, shouldn't you be the one that's kind of in charge of steering this boat?
No, this is my job.
Just do the list. That seems kind
Captain.
of lowly for a captain. I feel like that you have responsibilities.
That's none of my
Checker.
business, so.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm not trying to tell you how to do your job, but I feel like that's something you should delegate. You know, as a captain, like really, and at the door and back people in the list.
This
How many years have you been in the force, son?
2 snaps. 2 guards come up to you, Solrak, and grab you.
All right, I'm swinging, and I'm not gonna swing my swords to like kill them, but I'm gonna try to hit them with the backhand.
Alright, well, first, he rolled a 15 strength check, one of them, so make an athletics or acrobatics check to try to fight that off before.
Oh, dirty 20, bitch.
Dirty 20. You hit him with the butt of your sword, knocking him off as he's trying to grab you. Kind of staggers him back a little bit and spits a bit of blood out. And what do you do?
Told you, son. Don't want to do this. trying. Just get the lady. Explain everything to you. I get you're higher than her. I feel like everybody could be like these bad boys. And we can do some gambling. It's a little bit of fun. Forget this ever happened.
It's gonna be extremely difficult to do. I'm not letting you on site inside of my ship right now. That's for certain. We could have handled this much differently. Instead, you tried to lie, you tried to attack me, and my
Oh, I did not try to attack you. You were a guy attacked.
Once again, if you were just following the rules. Simpletons. Simpletons. Everywhere.
Well, I'd like to apologize again for the misunderstanding. Ask this, and I start diggling the pocket where my gold would be. Like, how much do you think it'll take to forget this ever happened?
Just crosses his arms and looks at you. In this time period, though, what's Wilmore doing as he slides in there?
As soon as I slid in there, I would have cast minor or disguise self on myself to put my pimp suit on, kind of instantly, and I'd walk right up to Pal and I'd go, "I suggest you go outside and get your friends before you lose some of your best customers."
She just looks at you, kind of curiously, and she come up there and say that.
Be right back.
Looking at you up and down, and looks at your bolo and your pimp suit, and then says, "What customers are you talking of?"
Girl, I'm talking about myself, and I pull out the token we got from the Giants, and I flip it up in the air to myself and catch it. And my friends.
Okay. Did you need to exchange some coins, or you need help with your friends? You're showing me a golden goose? It's nice. There's lots of them around here.
Well, I need help with my friends outside. And I'm sure she can hear the fussling and goes, "There seems to be a problem, and we're just trying to spend some gold here tonight."
Always problems. She pushes open the door. You can hear all the commotion going on. Just pretty much sees the butt end of Sorak breaking out from fighting with one of the guards and Nelvin, the captain, crossing his arms as Sorak tries to start to pull some gold out and see what he can do here. And Pal Ming comes down and says, "What is going on out here? Everyone, settle down, relax." You see her like kind of reaching into her robe a bit, and Nelvin says, "These two over here causing all sorts of trouble, and a little one will come running in a couple seconds ago too."
While she goes through, or when she goes back, I'm gonna look at the crowd and see if we can find what was that one girl, Lady Attila, or anyone else that we met in Yartar.
Yeah, make a perception check.
18.
Yeah, as Pal Ming steps outside the door, you take a quick second to glance around the room here. You don't seem to find the lady in purple, Lady Italia, or anyone that you really recognize from the time before. Just Pal Ming, and I mean, you do recognize Nelvin, the captain. He was the one signing you guys in previously as well on the docks. But yeah, you don't see Lady Italia anywhere.
Okay, I stay inside while she goes down there. Well, while she goes out there, and I just kind of stand there and listen while I'm next to the stairs.
All right. So Pal Ming comes outside and looks at everyone. "Now explain yourselves. What is happening here?"
They started it, and I point to the guy who I just hit in the head.
It looks like you are still carrying your weapons on the Grand Dame. I can understand why they would challenge you in such a way.
But I'm trying to check them in. That's the problem. They won't be mean.
And Nelvin chimes in, "You haven't tried anything. What are you talking about?" And he just reaches out.
I
"If
came
you're
here to
trying,
check in the freaking swords, didn't I? That's literally the reason I came here. I escorted me, and I point to the guy that escorted. Didn't you?
I asked
Didn't
for
you?
your name, and you gave me a phony name."
I got confused if you were asking what our band name was. Is we are the Jeffries musical trio. It's their pirate friend here to play you a tune, and it'll be pretty fantastic. Have our instruments.
Make a
Always does.
deception check.
Oh, nat one. Wow.
You told me your name was Solrak Jeffries. It's not the name of your band.
Yes, Soulrag Jeffries from the Jeffries. My real name's Soulrag the Destroyer.
Look, you
Met
give me
me
your
before.
weapons now. Give me 1,000 gold for the 3 of you. We'll let you in. Forget this ever happened.
Look over. And just literally suggest that. Fine. Open it. Yes, great idea, Captain. Wonderful idea. You had. Sure, I think we could pony up $1,000. Hey, Feng, remember that time that you owed us both $1,000? Why don't you? For us.
I don't recall that. So, hey, we all owe 333 gold.
Just because you don't recall owing us $1,000 as a coin doesn't mean that it didn't happen. You're a priest. You're more honorable than that.
I really don't recall that instance.
That was
Nor-
not that long ago.
Nor do I even have 1,000 gold.
That's why you had us give you. Booch. Well, we'll remember this, Chattington, next time he needs 1,000 golds for his weird schemes. Me out my. Let's see.
I've kind of
About
meandered down the stairs
202.
at this point.
He's got his hand out.
Gold piece.
Yeah.
202 platinum.
Any moment now.
All right, here's
How do you
here's,
come out? What's
here's
that
my
in platinum?
Platinum 100.
here's my fix. There you are.
Give him 100 platinum.
See him just kind of give a nod to the guard. Guard says like, "Okay, you can back off." And they begin to
Thank you.
back off just a little bit. And she says, "See, if you would have just started with that, we wouldn't have so much trouble."
Oh, don't
Touche.
worry. There's no trouble at all. I would suggest you just get a better guard. The guy's kind of soft. Point again to the guy that.
You see him look over at Pal and says, "If you get by the guards, we have other defenses. Don't worry."
Oh, that's very impressive. I guess that's why you're captain. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you letting us in and your leniency. I will not break your trust again.
We'll be making sure we keep a watchful eye on the 3 of you, so it's best not to. You've already made quite a ruckus. You haven't even been inside yet, it seems.
Oh, just wait till we hit those tables, buddy.
Kind of just pushes open the door and shakes his head. "Welcome to the Grand Dame."
Why, thank you.
Alright, as you guys begin to walk on in now to the main hall of the Grand Dame, you see a nice lovely crowd on probably a weekend night here. It's pretty late in the evening already. People seem to have already been indulging quite a few drinks. The boat, where you guys are on the deck, does seem like it's already on its way back towards Yartar. It's not just floating out in the middle of the Desartan River currently. And Pal Ming stands back behind this table with a few different types of wine glasses sitting behind it, and she has her exchange till for the golden geese coins. She looks over at you all. "Well, now that is all taken care of, and hopefully behind us, no more problems. Yes, welcome to the Grand Dame, and if you would like any golden goose, we can exchange those coins for you here."
What's the exchange between copper? These guys.
Copper and a golden goose.
Yes.
It would be. Well, it's 10. It's 10-1. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's 10-1 for regular
10 gold to 1 goose, right?
Yeah. And so that would be. I can't do that.
1,000.
Yeah.
It's a
1,000 copper.
Yeah.
holy shit.
Actually, it might be. Hold on, I can't
It
even.
would be
make-
100, isn't it? 10 to 1 silver and then 10 silver to 1 gold. So yeah, 1 gold is
100.
100. So yeah,
It's
it's
100 to 1.
Yeah,
So
it's 100 to
Yeah,
1
well-
for gold, and then it's 1,000.
So 1,000 copper for 1 goose. I'm gonna pull out. Change all this shit. I have 5,600 copper. I'll take 5,000 copper. Just plop it on the table. Give me 5 geese, please.
Oh, big spender. And she just kind of grabs it all. It's like you just dropped off a bunch of pennies at the casino, and she starts sniffing them all. Just counting them. She starts having a mage hand magically sort them and count them for her. Anyone else would like to exchange any? And she just pushes you the 5 golden geese coins.
While they were outside,
Mhm.
I would have gone up or down the staircase. Does it go 2 ways or 1 way?
It goes 2 ways. You remember that. Actually, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
That one. Bum.
Yeah, because
Yeah, that
last
one
time I
goes
went
up and
to the
down.
back.
Yeah, so that one, yeah, downstairs, is just where the rowers are and where
Mhm.
the poop house is, and then upstairs is, I don't know, roll a history check. I mean, you're making your way up there, but
I don't think I ever went upstairs. I only went downstairs.
you did go
We,
upstairs.
we all did.
No, I know, Fang and
So we
Solrak
went downstairs.
downstairs for sure, but Wilmore, you went upstairs.
Let me double check. Well, I'll do a history check. I think I remember what was up there.
It was like the common area and
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, there was storage and people up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Upstairs was a little dance hall kind of area. A couple seats sitting around a dance floor room, and then there was a guard standing in front of a rope, kind of sectioning off a area behind there. You poked into one of the rooms before and saw that it was there were a few different hammocks set up in there, maybe a lounge for guards or whatever, and then there was another a rest area back there too.
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you what. I will take I'll take 20 geese.
Ooh, now a real big spender.
That's 200, right? Yeah.
Yes. And for you, sir, she looks over at you, Fang.
Fuck. Well, what the hey? Give me 50 gold worth of geese.
Okay, 5 golden geese as well then. Takes her 50 gold, pulls out the golden coins, the golden geese coins on a stack, and slides them your way. Well, enjoy the tables. We have, of course, Sava, Kobold's Knuckles, Hand of Fate, 21, Gambit of Ord. The night is wrapping up soon, but you can still have a chance to win a bit of money here if you'd like.
I'm gonna quickly compare these golden geese to the one we got from the Giants. Give the one just to see if there's anything different in that one.
Yeah, make an investigation roll.
15.
15. Yeah, you would pull that out and look at it real quick, side by side, and it's a perfect match. It's definitely lines up. It looks like it would be exactly where it came from.
Okay. All right, gentlemen. So maybe we hit the tables and see if anybody has any opinions.
as we're walking away, I just kind of like whisper to Chaddington and Sorek, do you think we should ask Pal if maybe he recalls seeing them? After all, she would be on the ship every time.
I don't think a storm giant came on the ship. I think his killer might have been here, or his wife's killer might have been here.
But a lot of people do come through here, and might have intel of there's a lot of wealthy, important people on this ship. King is missing. Really talk.
And you said that the Red Rock Islands, or the Red Rocks, they were right outside Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's pretty much like in the same north to south coordinates of like Waterdeep, but of course, like in the ocean.
Okay. What So how do you think our best bet of going about trying to find or asking the people for any info on the killer? Like, what do you think the best idea of going about that is? Because we really don't have much to work off of other than simply this golden goose coin. We don't have any looks of who this person is, where they're from, anything. My only idea could be, do we all remember what happened to, oh gosh, what was his name? Artin. Was it Artin Rosalio? Wasn't he the one that was missing?
I think he was the one that Usif kind of curbed up and spit out.
Yes, but he ended up like down the Desarin River, down close to Waterdeep. Yes,
That was true.
That seems like it could be the only thing that we could maybe work off of. Wasn't the that one dealer at the north end of the casino room? Didn't she have? Oh no, I'm sorry. That was Lady Italia. Man, this is tough.
Yeah. I think maybe we just spread out and see if anyone has an opinion of giants, maybe, or see what the people are talking about.
Like I said, I think our best bet is to start with the workers on the ship, as they're regulars here, obviously.
That's right. I agree, and I think if we talk to this character, and he might be able to pinpoint who might be the tables to approach. Various characters, if you will. They know the clientele.
You think we should split up?
At least two of us should stay together. Chaddington, since he can send us messages, mine split up.
So, Solrek, should you and I stay together while Chaddington goes off?
I like that idea. We can cover more ground that way and see what we can find.
Sounds like a plan. And I just kind of start wandering off with my money.
All right, Solrek, again, I think we might as well, like I said, if we're going to be starting with the regulars, we might as well start with Pal, since we have some rapport with her. Obviously not the best rapport from tonight, but...
So I suggest you do the talking, because I'm not necessarily the most liked right now, so...
Right. No worries. All right, so I go ahead to just turn around and pretty much go back to Pal. Say, Pal, how is your memory? Are you pretty good at putting faces to a description and recalling if they were here at some point?
I would like to think for the most part, yes, most people that come in here, they have to pass through me as they exchange their coins for some golden geese. So yes, I'd like to think I have seen most faces.
See, we are looking for the whereabouts of King Hecton, king of the storm giants, and his daughter Sarissa gave us this golden goose coin that was found at the Red Rocks, right outside Waterdeep, and they suggested that maybe her or his whereabouts could be located just simply from this golden goose coin. We don't have much to work off of right now, but we thought maybe they may have been in here at some point. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot to ask.
Oh, you're asking if a storm giant was here on the Grand Dame?
I know it's awfully
No,
far-fetched.
I'm sorry. I believe they would sink the ship if they were to stand on it.
Or so I think my friend here and I are wondering is there would be anyone with an interest in the gain, perhaps.
Right, like a motive to.
King missing.
Right.
No one that I can think of. No, I mean, don't really deal with those types of people around here.
So no sketchy characters come aboard the ship.
No, I mean,
You
there
can
was,
think of?
about a month ago, there was, she begins to look at you guys, kind of curiously. About a month ago, there was a couple of characters who stormed in here and, won a bunch of money, but then they went and started messing with the crew downstairs and wandering around, and they kick them into shape and show them their way out, but, they were fine for the rest of the night after that, but outside of that, no, I mean, there were a couple nobles that went missing a month or two ago, but that problem seems to have tapered off.
Yes, so that crew is probably us. And the nobles, we actually ended up finding. We were the ones that were kind of sneaking around looking for clues on their whereabouts. And here we are back again looking for clues for someone else's whereabouts. So apologies again for all the issues that we've been causing, but we're doing simply what we're trying to do, as you are. You're simply just trying to do your job, sort
For
of
the
like
greater good. Help.
I can understand that. No, nothing comes to mind, or nobody comes to mind that could be responsible for the disappearance for one such as a storm giant lord, let alone a lord and his queen. I'm sorry.
Do you know
Tell me.
anything? Go ahead, Sorek.
Is it usual people to leave here cashing in their coin?
Oh, I would say typically when you leave here, yes, you would cash it out and make sure you get your, the currency you're able to spend out around town and other places, and not just the golden goose itself.
So maybe Solrek, maybe if they didn't cash out their coins, maybe, perhaps they are regular here and they had anticipated on coming back.
Right. Or perhaps they were trying to run away. No.
It's another
They're-
option as well.
Both give me the inkling that when they must come here often. Are your coins marked in any way? Is there any markings to them? Any way that you could track down?
Like a serial number, perhaps?
Exactly.
I'm sorry, we haven't adopted that system here.
And do you know anything about an aboleth?
I beg your pardon?
An aboleth.
I know about aboleths, sure. I've heard of them, but in particular.
You wouldn't know how they feel specifically about giants, would you?
That I do not know. I don't think that, nothing in my studies has ever crossed that path.
Gotcha. So, Rex, should we maybe perhaps? I mean, I think Pal has helped us to the best that she could. I mean, should we maybe look to see? Pal, would you be able to point out some regulars here?
Oh, certainly, certainly. If you're truly interested. Let's see. She begins to look around and point back. Oh yes, there's Brian Dawnflower over there. Points back to one of the back tables of the Dawnflower family. And oh yes, there's Yanni Salzburg as well. And they a lot of times come in here and have a few drinks and gamble away. But yeah, I've seen a few of these faces in here. But those two, at least, they've been regulars for quite the time.
Oh, well, thank you again for your help. And promise to try to keep the ruckuses to a minimum this time.
Ooh, that is appreciated.
And I'm sorry, who was the Salzburg? What was his first name again?
Yanni.
Yanni. I imagine that he has a relative name like Timothy or something like that.
I believe that is his little brother. Yes.
All right, thank you, appreciate it. And so I kind of turned to Solrak. Perhaps we can start with that Salzburg fellow. His little brother Timothy was part of the Thieves Guild. So I don't know if, I mean, like I said, being a regular here and being part of the Thieves Guild, I don't think that's the worst place to move next.
I think that's actually the smartest thing you've said in quite some time, my friend. Yes, let's do it.
All right.
Go away out.
Okay. We're gonna switch over to Wilmer first and see what he's got going on.
So it looks like there's a bard playing in the back.
There sure is.
All right, so I would go over to him and I'd see him and go, "Oh, well, would you care for another set of hands to maybe help you earn some more money, my friend?"
So long as you're not putting those filthy, grubby hands of yours into my tip bucket, sure, could use another hand.
Oh, my friend, I work for the love. And I
Very-
pull out my lute and just kind of play a little duet with him, just kind of support him, not overshadow him.
Okay, you guys are kind of just playing together in harmony, and you watch him and start to try to follow his lead. Go ahead and make that performance check.
27.
You start to like watch him for the first like 5 seconds, and then got the loot out. And, all right, kind of straighten up real quick, and start like doing these beautiful arpeggios and scales that you were trying to be a little bit more laid back and subtle, but you're almost taking the air from underneath him right now, and outshining him just a little bit. And he looks over at you, and he starts to try to pick it up too and play a little bit faster and keep up with you. You see him reach behind him and start tapping on the keys on the piano as well, just to try to like do more to try to make up for you just being better right now.
I look over. You have quite the talent, my friend. A bard like you must have played Waterdeep sometime soon.
Oh no, I have a residency here on the Grand Dame. Play here every Saturday night.
Every Saturday night. That is quite good news, my friend. I'm sure they tip well. And I reach into my pocket and I put a golden goose into his tip bucket.
He gives you a nod as he's still playing and tapping the keys behind him. Much obliged. Thank you. And you're not so bad yourself.
I do try, but it's just so tough with these hands ever since a giant stepped on my finger once.
He seems to just laugh as he's trying to keep his melody and his tempo right. A giant, you say? Ooh, you're quite an adventurer.
Oh, yes, I am. But those giants can be. I know a lot of people on here probably hate those guys.
Well, over
That
here, we don't have to usually worry about them too much.
Yeah, but it can be tough. Well, I mean, you on here quite often. I guess you see quite the regulars, my friend.
Hmm, you could say that, yes. At least the ones that come out on Saturday nights.
Are there any good tippers?
Oh, there used to be a lady that would come in here. Beautiful. Been seeing her in a few weeks now, though. She always wore this elegant silken purple dress, but alas, haven't. My muse hasn't made her way back in here in quite some time.
That is sad. That is sad, my friend. Have you by chance heard any good stories around here? I'm sure once the clientele have a few, they probably spill the beans a bit.
Oh yes, you can imagine there's quite a few stories that get shared around here. Some, maybe a bit too far-fetched for truth, but it makes a good story nonetheless.
Anything good? And I give him another golden goose into his tip bucket and go, hey, anything around the Red Rocks or, Waterdeep?
I haven't heard any stories about those parts around there or such, but if you want to hear something a bit interesting and entertaining, there was a gnome that came in here a few weeks ago. Had himself 3 whole pitchers of ale within one sitting, and well, he had to be wheelbarrowed out of here, and in the wheelbarrow he made a bit of a mess, if you know what I mean. It was easy for the farmers to take it though, and use it as a bit of landscaping.
That is quite nice. That is quite nice.
Stories like that just pass through here all the time.
Those silly dwarves. Well, I guess it's been good talking to a good bard like myself.
Just kind of, he recognizes the joke and gives you a wink and a nod. If you ever want to give me a quick little 10-minute break so I can eat some sandwiches in the back, feel free to hop on over here and entertain the room.
Absolutely, my friend. At this time, what are Solrak and Fang doing? Are they approaching someone?
Yeah, it seemed like they were about to. While you're talking to them, they would probably be talking to Pao Ming and just about breaking from this moment to speak to one of the regulars that were recognized. And just as they're about to start walking away, a man begins to walk down the stairs, wearing this gaudy kind of green outfit with a skull cap on, and he actually has an octopus wrapped around his shoulder and around his neck, and kind of the tentacles wrapping down his sides and his arm and everything. He's got this big handlebar mustache, grayed, and a little goatee as well, and you see him with a big smile going around. Whoa, welcome everyone. It's good to see you again. Thank you for coming and visiting tonight on the Grand Dame. I hope you're not losing too much money. And he's just going around and shaking everyone's hand, and he stands right here for a moment, right next to Solrak and Fang, and looks up at a portrait on the wall, a painting of himself, looking just like how he is right now, and he puts his hands on his hips and says, it's a strapping young lad, isn't it? He looks over at you, Solrak.
I look at the painting, I look at him, look at the painting, and I look at him. I recognize that this man is looking ego strokes, so why, my God, I must be some kind of god. There's no being alive that could be as handsome as that guy, right? What? You are the man in the picture. Oh my God. Who would have thunk it?
You're too sweet, A big hunk like you never would imagine so. What's your name? The name is, Lord Dryland. It's a pleasure to meet you.
My name is Solrak the Destroyer. I am at your service. Pleasure to meet you, sir. I give him Shaking a bow.
Yeah, his octopus tentacle kind of reaches out as well and tries to give you a handshake too.
Oh, nice. Hey, buddy. And I give him a little, like...
That's right. That's right. This is my my pet. You know, he comes around, and hangs out about from time to time as we go say hello to all the guests in here. Pleasure to meet you. I must make my rounds. And he goes around to this next table here and puts his hands down on it, and you see him like make some sort of joke pointing over at them. And the guys like look like they like kind of give like a laugh, like they have to give this laugh almost. And he keeps on walking through and pal, make sure profits are up tonight. And keeps on pushing through and just like chit-chatting with everyone.
Look at Fang. And so this is clearly... Gotta know.
Yeah, so why don't you talk to him, and I'm gonna make my way over to the table where Salzburg is. You just keep doing whatever you're doing, try and gather some information, and then just meet up with me over at the table.
I cast a message over to Solrak and just go, that was Lord Dryland. He wanted to be the water baron of this here town.
Interests.
Oh, and he owns the boat.
To know.
And then I'll cast a message over to Fang and I'll say, you guys chit chat. I'll keep an eye out. And then I tell them, oh, there goes Carlos. There he's back. And then I tell the bard, I tell you what, buddy, why don't you go take that why don't you go take that break? I'll keep everybody up and running, and you can keep the tips, my friend.
Mute.
Says you are a saint as he's shaking his hands off. My fingers are about to fall off. Thank you. I'm gonna rework these and make finger sandwiches. I'll be right back. Thank you. You see him.
I'm not gonna lie, on mute, it looked like you're about to drop a sweet freestyle. You're like...
Finger sandwiches are just as sweet.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna play and kind of walk around and keep an eye on everybody while they, I saw Rack and Fang chit chat.
So, Chaddington told me that that man that I just spoke to owns this boat. He also had political interest in it. So, A, they're connected. B, he could possibly know what's going on. Or even have something to do with it. He might be worth talking to. In private, if you would.
So why don't you go, like I said, build a rapport with him, and see if you guys can kind of walk and talk. And I'm gonna try and I think Salzburger is a good person to kind of keep in touch with, and we really don't have too much time as the ship is on its way back to Yartar at this very moment. So we gotta cover as much ground as possible, and of course try and make a couple bucks.
All right. I'll see what I can get out of him.
Excellent.
I walk away to the guy who I was just talking to.
As I'm approaching, I don't know if it's my turn or not, but regardless, as I'm approaching the Yanni, I'm recalling if there is like specific insignia that the Thieves Guild wears that I should be looking for on his, I guess, attire.
Yeah, make a history check. See if you remember.
19.
So you know that you recall that the Thieves Guild in Yartar is a sect of the Hand Thieves Guild, so it's the Hand of Yartar, similar to how it was like the Hand of Nightstone down there. So the symbol is of a open palmed hand with a eye in the center of it.
Okay. So I'm going to approach the table, see if there's an empty seat available for me to sit down, and upon sitting down, I'm going to look to see if he has anything like that on him.
Okay. As you approach, you see the Dragonborn sitting there, just slam his chips on the table. That's enough! I can't win nothing tonight. You see him start to pume some black smoke out of his mouth and throat and everywhere. And all the guys start to back up. He calms down for a moment. I just need a breather. I'll be back. He walks away.
Oh, free seat. This is mine. How's everyone doing tonight?
Well, that could have been dangerous for a second.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. We could have all been feeling real hot.
Yeah, I guess that's right. You playing? Sit
Yeah,
down?
why not? Yeah. Well, let's see. What's the minimum buy-in?
This game here, minimum is 1 golden goose.
All right. I will.
Cobalt
God, normally
Knuckles.
yeah. Ooh, one of my favorites. Yeah, normally I play more than the minimum, but I'm kind of balling on the budget this evening. We'll start with 1 golden goose.
Alright, dealer says, alright, 1 golden goose, everyone throw them in. And he starts collecting them all.
And
yeah.
Yeah, so again, like I'm just gonna be kind of eyeing up Yanni.
Okay, roll a d6 to yourself, and then roll a d4 public. Yeah, as you eye over Yanni, also roll a perception or investigation roll. Still wreck.
Hey,
yeah, go ahead.
Hey Nate, while I'm like singing to the crew and everything, I kind of slide in a little thing about a friendly monk, and that's going to be bardic inspiration to Fang. And then as I walk by, I'm also going to like graze up against them, and that's going to be a guidance in my like whole performance.
Love it. All right, so Fang, you have you can add a d4 to any of these rolls, and then 1 d8 at any time also.
Gotcha.
So perception 21. Yeah, you look over Yanni real quick after you've thrown down your gold coins and taking your cards out and checking them out. You look him over real quick, and he's wearing like this beautiful kind of jacket that has gold trim lining and all these different kind of silk kind of adorning it, and these kind of ornaments going across both chest. But you look over at the chest, because you notice these ornaments, and typically where like an insignia would be sitting, or maybe on his arm or something like that. You don't see one on him.
Okay. Oh, can you go over the rules of the game again, real quick?
Yeah. So everyone rolls a d6 hidden and then d4 open. I roll the same, and then you can choose to roll an additional d4. And if your total exceeds 10, you lose your bet, and pretty much you're playing against me. You're playing against the house. You just want to be higher than the dealer, but don't exceed 10. You can keep on hitting on a d4, but
And are the rest gonna be public rolls?
yes.
Okay.
Just like in blackjack or whatever.
All right. Well, who is up?
I believe you are, sir.
All right. Yes. Why don't I go ahead and hit then?
Okay. He throws you down a card. Go ahead and roll your d4. Was that the 4 right there?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to hit or stay? You can also make a bet, raise your bet.
This is close. I'll bet 2 more golden geese, but I will then stay.
Okay. You can stay. Timothy looks over at you and says, yeah, no, I'll hit. So he takes a...
Yanni?
Oh, yeah, Yanni, I'm sorry. And he says, yeah, I'll match that too, and I'll stay as well. And then the next guy goes ahead and goes two. He hits a second time, and third time, then he throws down his cards. I got the worst luck tonight. And says, all right. And the dealer then flips their cards over. So I have a 4 and a 5 right now. Dealer says, well, I'm gonna stay. That's a house right there, so flip over your cards. Looks over at you, Fang.
Yes. So I had a 10. My self roll was a 5, and a 1 and a 4.
And Yanni flips his over, and he's showing 9 as well. I was so close. That's beginner's luck. And,
You're not wrong, Yanni. You're not wrong.
and you win double your bet altogether, so 3 additional coins to you.
Yes.
3 golden geese coins, and yeah, Yanni and the other guests, they lose theirs. And yeah, go on.
Go ahead.
No, you.
Yanni, you are Timothy's brother, aren't you?
You know him. I knew him.
What happened? I've been around, so I haven't been around, so I don't really know what's been going on here in Yartar. But what happened to him?
He just never came home one night. We went out drinking, gambling, meeting chicks, and he just never came home one night. Haven't heard from him since, and no one's seen him or any trace.
Just like that Rosalio member, too, huh?
Arton, he got back.
Well, he came back, but it's kind of a similar situation how they, night outs and they went missing for a little bit. So, but you're saying he's never come back?
Unfortunately not. Our parents have been heartsick over it and mourning for months, it seems like, but I mean, we're hoping.
Was he with you the night of the disappearance?
We came here together, yeah, but I mean, night happens, we have a few drinks, one thing leads to another, and one of us goes to take a piss and the other one's gone.
You don't have any idea of his whereabouts? Maybe did he leave behind something? Anything along the lines of that? Was he talking to anyone?
I mean, he was talking to that cute brunette, but that was it. Kind of had a thing going on at the Sava table. Kind of nods over that way.
Lady Italia, huh?
I never called her name.
Purple dress.
That's the one.
That's why Art and Rosario was missing for quite some time as well. We were the ones that found him.
You see his eyes go wide. You were the ones that found Arton. We never
That's
even
right.
heard about what happened with that. I mean, we knew he went missing, but it was never disclosed what happened.
He was found in Waterdeep.
Whoa, it's quite the trek from here. How the hell did that happen?
I could go on and on about it all night, and honestly, we don't have the time for it, unfortunately, as I slide in 2 gold geese coins for my next bet.
All right.
But Timothy, I'm wondering if maybe the same thing happened to him. It kind of involves being charmed and forced, and he was pretty much unconscious when we found him covered in this slime silk, or a slime film.
Seeing just eyed you, and his eyes just go completely wide. Oh, what?
I know.
Well, I mean, that was at least 2 weeks ago when that happened, maybe even longer.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm afraid to say, but I fear the worst has happened already.
I understand it's kind of tough to keep hope and faith after it's been so long. Um, I mean, do do you know if he made any other friends with anyone while he was here?
I'm sure he did. I mean, he's a very social guy. You know.
What what was he because I know he was kind of part of the hand of Yartar, as I kind of like whisper that. Did Was he kind of getting into any mischief with that?
Oh, my brother wasn't part of the Hand of Yartar or anything like that. It's not
The
that I
thief?
know.
He was part of the local thieves guild.
That's news to me. I don't know why he would need to do that. Our family has more than enough money.
I don't know. I mean, I know some families have that kind of one. I don't want to say bad apple because Timothy was a good guy deep down, but you kind of get into some bad things, meet some bad people. One thing can lead to another. But I guess perhaps he'd never talked about it at all around you.
Nah, I guess he didn't.
Douche. Well, I hope for the best of Timothy. I'm gonna be playing one more hand this evening, and I'll be on my way, trying to make a quick buck.
That's what we're all here for. He kind of just raises his glass and takes a sit back, and we're gonna switch over to someone else for the time being.
Yep.
Who wants to go? Solrak or Wilmore?
I'm just singing, watching everybody, so where I can go.
Okay.
Okay, so here, real quick, what's the name of the guy I'm following again? The dude in the portrait?
Lower Dryland.
Or Dryland.
Okay, so I'm going to scope out to see where he's at. And I'm going to go to... Let's see first what he's doing.
Yeah. You were kind of standing nearby the area as he was chit-chatting with everyone and shaking hands and kissing ass and whatnot. And yeah, with your 15 passive perception also, you would have noticed that he made his way back up the spiral staircase and went upstairs once again.
Okay, so I'm going to make my way over towards the spiral staircase and see if I can go up it.
Yeah. Sure enough, you definitely can. Switch your token over here. As you going up there, you hear some more music going on up here. There's a couple of young adults in here dancing and having a good time. You see, there's 3 women, there's 2 guys in here dancing. One elven man with this long, brilliant white hair. He's dancing. He's got his back to you, and then he slowly turns around and goes, "Solrak."
That Varys?
Yes, it's me, Solrak! Oh my gosh!
Oh my god, I have not seen you in the longest time. What's going on?
Come here, you'll bear you! And he gives you a big hug.
That better be your sword that you got through checkout in your pocket.
Oh no, it's a dagger.
Same old Varys, I miss you.
Oh, I miss you too, Solrak. What have you been up to?
A little slashing and bashing, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. How about you?
Oh, a little bit of bashing and having a good time. Ever since I left Hannah-Winkle's Carnival of Curiosities, it's been nothing but good times. You see him just like shimmying and dancing up here, and
Well, yes, I can see that. But I am trying to perhaps get in touch with old Lord over there, Island. Anything about him?
Yeah, Lord Dryland, he just went on back to his cabin back there.
You know him well at all?
Oh, not really. No, I mean, goes here, there. Sometimes he takes some trips down the coast, but,
Good to know. I need to have a few minutes with the old lord, but hope we can catch up and get ourselves a drink, my friend.
Oh, Sorek, come here. Let's have a dance first.
Oh no, please. Oh.
Oh, just one.
Just gotta go. And I'm gonna walk out of there. Coolly.
Alright. Just pushes on by. See ya, Sorek.
It's like, now I get how that feels like. And I make my way over to the cabin.
Yeah, so over here, it was where he gestured back to, and there's a guard standing in front of like a rope that leads into a hallway behind him, and the guard stops you and says, whoa, no guests beyond here, this is employees only.
If you don't mind, I would like to just have 5 minutes of Lord Dryland's time. I'd like to chat with him.
Make a persuasion check. Certainly, yeah, just a couple moments of his time, I'm sure won't be too much to ask. He unclips the rope and lets you go behind, his first door on the left.
Thank you so much, my friend.
Certainly. He steps aside, yeah.
Pays off to be royalty sometimes and have some manners. So, I walk over to the door and I politely do a little.
Whoa, that sounded very metallic. Yeah, you give the door a quick little knock and everything, and you hear some shuffling going in there. Oh, one moment, and you hear a shutting of like a drawer inside, and rushes over towards the door and opens it up for you. And oops, sorry.
Visible man.
Yeah, I had the token hidden. He looks at you and says, "Oh, why, Solrek! What brings you up here?"
If you don't mind, I just wanted to ask you a couple of quick questions.
Mm-hmm. Certainly.
You are a wise man. As I step in, I
yes,
him up.
please come in. And as you step in and you see his whole cabin is like, it is a testament to bad taste, like altogether. It's covered in purple velvet everywhere. There's purple velvet curtains and scented candles and gaudy candelabras that they're sitting in. In the middle of the room, you see that like large bear skin, and there's an aquarium tank down to the side with sitting on top of like a dresser. With all sorts of like coral reef and everything in it. And you see him take his octopus and he places it in the aquarium as you walk in, and you see the desk behind him with some like writing stuff on it and whatnot. Yes, what can I do for you, Solrak?
So, again, knowing this is a man of ego, I say, I apologize for just stepping in, but I have to say, this is the most beautiful study I have ever seen. Is that a real bear?
Well, certainly, of course. I see you're a hunter yourself. He points to the bear fur that you have on your shoulders and whatnot, too.
That's right. It was a vicious battle, this bad boy, and brought out something special in me. So, move around. How about you? And how did you viciously take down this animal?
Oh, well, I hired a group of men, and they went out there and a couple bows and arrows, shot him down, and had him skin it and make this rug for me. It's quite lavish and lovely. I'm glad that you agree.
So I am disgusted on the inside, but I'm just like smiling and nodding. I'd be like, "Oh, well, naturally, of course. A man's of such stature of yourself would never need to lower himself to the. Totally understand. But would you mind if I have a seat?"
Oh, certainly, please. And he gestures in, and as you're walking through the door frame and into the room, you hear, "Go Varys! Go Varys! Go Varys!" And they shut the door behind, and get a bit obnoxious up here sometimes.
Oh, yeah, it seems like you have quite the space.
Yes.
So I'm very impressed with your success.
Why, thank you.
Sure, it's
thank
not
you.
easy to build everything done. So, would you mind if I perhaps have something to?
Oh, there's plenty of drinks downstairs. Pao Ming has some glasses of wine in the front if you'd like to grab one of those. I'm sorry, I don't. Actually, he goes around real quick. Oh, there is something in here, and pulls up like a silver wine decanter. Here, I'll give you a little bit of this. And he pulls out a goblet that kind of matches the style of it and pours you a little, and there you go.
Would you like to have some, my lord?
Oh, already ahead of you, and you see him grabbing another goblet and filling that one up as well.
Excellent. I don't like to drink alone. I'd just think such a man, such as impressive as yourself, is someone who is worth having a drink with, especially and a man with such a beautiful bearskin rug that he's so warrior-like, paid other people to kill. It's a feat. So, take a gulp of wine. I don't know if you know. Ever heard of the one King Hecate?
See his eyes kind of illuminate for a moment. Yes, I've heard of King Hekaton, the Lord of the Storm Giants.
That's right. I don't know if you know, but the king has apparently been kidnapped. Do you happen to know anything about that or hear anything about that recently?
See him kind of eye you curiously, and no, I don't know anything about that.
Really, nothing at all. No one has come in here. It seems like you've gotten to know your clientele quite well from what I saw. And it seems, I just feel a man as important as you might hear things. I'm not accusing you of having any involvement, by the way, my lord. I want to make that clear. I just feel that I'm something, a king that big go missing without anyone hearing about it. Know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what you mean. I feel the same way. Make an insight check.
Oh, baby. Lucky number 13.
13. You see his demeanor has shifted since you've brought up Hekaton.
So let me ask you this: could there perhaps be anyone with anything to gain that you might have come across? The old king going missing.
No, I mean, tell you, I don't think I would know anything about such things, or no.
I'm going to use my keen sense of smell to see if I smell fear on it.
I think that would be an insight check because you don't actually smell fear. But
I mean, I'm a part lichen, right? Can't dogs smell fear? Is that what they say?
can they? That's science news to me. If they can,
I'm gonna Google this.
no, but
And dogs smell fear. If it says
Isn't
yes,
it the same
What was
science
that
that considered marijuana to be a
the
class
science is
1
in,
drug?
and the answer is a resounding yes. Pet MD. Dogs can smell fear.
right.
Dogs have olfactory superpowers that can detect a human's emotional state by the scent that a human emits. That's right.
Cite it.
all right,
MLS format.
go ahead and make that perception check then with advantage. See if you smell
Yeah,
this fear.
buddy. Science.
Or Pet MD,
He
either
probably,
or.
he probably had that tab open.
Yeah, right.
I mean, boy, they're both 18s, which is kind of wild. It's 23.
Yeah, that was like my DM last night. Rolled 3 nat 20s in a row, and all the damages were the exact same. I think it was cheating. I'm kidding.
Illusion.
Yeah, so with a 23, you smell the perspiration start to perspire through his skin, and the fear emanating around him, and kind of pulling his collar a little bit, and feeling a little bit under the gun right now. A little uncomfortable with this situation.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy that sweet, sweet silence for a minute. This guy's been such a smug scumbag. The minute I met him, and I'm gonna take a whiff of my drink, sip, and look at his eyes. See if I can see any tells. Eyes. And then I'm gonna say, now, is it me or is it hot in here, Lord?
Oh, no, it's a little warm, but I'm comfortable.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah. Don't seem to be too comfortable. You seemed a little flushed.
Well, you know, in a casino, there's flushes all around.
Right. Now, funny because you started to get flushed. I mentioned disappearing king. Look in his eyes.
I mean, it's worrisome. Storm Giant Lord missing. He could be causing chaos and havoc around Faerun.
You wouldn't have anything to gain by the king going missing, would you?
No, certainly not. No, don't deal with those kinds of dealings, no. What are you trying to insinuate here?
Oh, nothing. You see, I like to just get to know people by the signs, the tells that they give when they speak to me. And I don't know, I'm not much of a gambling man, as you might be, since you operate this business. It seems to me like perhaps you got a little nervous. Wanted to make sure everything was okay.
Oh, everything is just fine. Are you enjoying that wine? It's a great year. It's a 1432.
I thought it did smell rather fantastic.
Yes, it's great. Why don't we bring you back downstairs and enjoy some more games, and I can even comp you a meal or two.
That sounds good, but let me ask you, if you do happen to hear anything about the disappearance of the king, you will let me know, right?
Yes, I don't think there would be any reason why I would know that information, but if it happens to stumble my way and I cross that path, then certainly, Solrak, I will let you know. You have my word.
I appreciate it, my lord, and I finish my goblet, put it down, and I'll take you up on those meals. I'm sure my friends will also be hungry. My way out with him, I be sure to, I guess, say again, that's a very nice bear rug.
Kind of puts his arm around you. Have you ever had owlbear steak with chanterelle mushrooms? It's a delicacy. And he starts bringing you back out the door.
And I know he's full of shit, but I say no to a free meal, so I...
Yeah, he would start to lead you out that door, and back down the stairs, and Varys is like bumping and grinding in there. Oh, Solrak, you're back for the party.
Oh, no, sorry, my friend. I'm about to go get dinner with old Lord.
Well, when you're back cleaning your plate, come up here for a dance.
I'm sure I totally will. Run away with the old Lord.
You follow him back down the stairs, and Dryland, he leads you down there and back through the main hall, and as you're walking in there, Fang and Wilm or anything with you all, or Solrak, are you leading? He'd lead you all the way to the dining quarters in the back. Are you following him there, or?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow him, but I'm going to see if I can get Chaddington or Fang to make eye contact with me, so I can give him a
Okay. Yeah, I think Wilmore is probably watching the room.
Yeah, I'm watching the room. So as soon as you come down, I kind of see you, and I'm just playing my my stuff.
I look at him, signal like this, like, "That's the drink. That's the drink."
What?
This guy's gonna feed me. You hungry?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, come.
Oh, I always come with you, Solrak. Then to you. Sorry. Where are we going?
Oh, my lord, this is one of my friends I was telling you about. He'll be joining us for joining me for dinner. I don't know if you're joining us, my lord.
Oh,
Take up
yes.
too much of your time.
I'm just going to go in there and make sure that Bark in there knows that you guys are come to meal, and I'm just going to go back to my quarters after that.
Thank you, my lord. I appreciate it.
Oh, certainly. Let's see if we can go back here. Goes back to the kitchen. Bark, the three of these gentlemen, he opens up the door as you guys are walking by. Their meals are on the house. And as you guys walk by, he says, Solrak, it was great speaking with you. Enjoyed the meal. And he disappears.
And I wait till we're seated.
BB.
I'm quiet. Fang, are you coming with us, or is it just me and Walmart?
It's just you guys. I was finishing up a hand.
All right, cool. So I'll take me and Wilmore over to this corner table.
Yeah.
Hopefully no one cares. And get us a couple ales to start. And then once if we're gonna get service, places.
I'm excited for a free meal, my friend.
Owlbear steak
Awesome.
and mushrooms. Enjoy. Just throws down the plates in front of you.
Well, how about a couple more ales? If you don't mind.
Servers in the center of the room.
Oh. We'll get us a couple of drinks.
That sounds fun.
She
Go get a
sees
couple
you, walks
brews.
down, and hears that, and just gives you a finger. 1 second, 1 second. She disappears.
Whoa. Heelys. Come back over to Chaddington. Say, give him his. As I take a sip and say, so, Lord Dryland definitely has something to do with this.
Why do you think that?
Well, if he doesn't, he knows something. Because I've never seen a moon that shaky since they got the yellow fever.
So how do
I
we want to go
guarantee-
without this?
Well, seeing as I know he doesn't have the yellow fever. Oh. Is there a way? That's the quickest way to get us to tell the truth. Get him drunk. Another way would always be put a sword to his neck.
Hmm.
I don't remember. Even though my swords are technically in there. All I gotta do, call him to me.
Do you think we'd be able to get alone with him again, or get him out of his room?
I do think he's being overly friendly, as I was able to not be overly obvious with him. But as long as I don't overdo it, I think I could possibly get a few minutes with him. Manon has a massive ego, so all you have to do is play nice, and it goes a long way.
I mean, maybe if we could get in that room somehow, that could be quite interesting.
True. Perhaps get him to leave his study. One of us could go in there. Further you, since you're, much smaller. Easier to hide. Little ring.
Yeah, I think if you can get him out of there, I can go in and take a look around, see if there's any interesting evidence.
I like that. I suggest we take our time with this meal. He's definitely gonna be shaky for a few.
Hmm. This shouldn't take too long, though. We don't want him to hide anything or dispose of anything.
Fair enough. Oh, let's eat. And I start eating shit.
Nom 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 nom.
Fang, roll a hidden D6 and a D4 in public.
Yeah.
Dealer says, all right, everyone, bets in, bets in. All right, he looks over at you, Fang. All right, you like to raise, hit, stay?
I'm gonna go all in,
Whoa.
and I'm going to hit again.
Okay, ballsy move. Hit again.
And I'll hit again.
Go for it. All right, he throws another card in front of you.
All right, I think one more hit. All right, I will stay.
Okay, interesting. Yanni's still sitting there. You see, his pile of coins has gotten smaller and smaller. He's like, I'll hit. He rolls another. God damn it! He throws his coins back on the table. It's ridiculous. And the other guy's like, I'm not even playing this hand. And dealer says, all right, I'll reveal mine. He shows you. He's all right. I'm showing a 4 total. Gonna hit. Ooh, sitting at 8. Rules of the house. Gotta sit at 8. So flip them.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have another 10.
You got a lucky night here, huh?
Yes, I guess so. But I must call it at that. Yanni, it was a pleasure. If you happen to hear anything about Timothy, please try and find a way to let myself know. My name's Fang. I'm with the Wrecking Crew, if you've ever heard of that group. They're pretty well known around all of Faerun at this point.
Sorry, I'm not familiar with you, but if you hear anything, you let me know. I mean, you guys found Arton, so
Likewise.
yeah.
Yep.
But before you go, and you're standing up, he takes his hand, rubs it on your head for good luck.
Thank you. And I kind of just do the same to his head, like a light nookie.
Hey, stop. All right, and yeah, you get up too, and are you gonna go find Wilmore and Solrak?
Yeah, I imagine I probably would have seen them since Solrak went right by my table.
Yeah. So yeah, you find them back there, gorging on some owlbear steak and mushrooms and some ales.
Gents, I made out like a bandit, except
You mean you made off like usual?
Oh.
this one. Okay. Regardless, so Salzburg wasn't able to help too much. Do we have any other leads? How was your conversation with Lord Dryland?
Oh, well, Lord Dryling's a sketchy piece of shit, I'll tell you that much.
Oh
But
yeah.
he does try to curry favor with some delicious meat. We'll say that, but yeah, definitely suspicious as hell. Say it. For my booze.
You think after you're done eating, we should go find him again? Us three.
We're thinking perhaps doing a little investigating in his office. So maybe if we're able to draw him out of his office, Wilmore can go in for a little, see if there's anything suspicious.
Hear me out. This rather unorthodox of me to think this way, but we knock him out and we stuff him in one of our bag of holdings and we take him to an undisclosed area.
Wow.
Last I checked, the last time I tried to put someone in there, I think they died. So we got to be careful about that.
Yeah, and good lord, Fang, you went straight from robbery to kidnapping real quick. Pretty
I
started.
think if you guys can get to his room or maybe piece him out a little bit, I think I might be able to get something together. I could just see if I could be a fly on the wall in there.
That works with me. We just got to find out where he is. You guys done with the your food?
I'm literally at this point like licking. It's like, yep. And I drop it, gulp down to my rest of my booze. Let's go.
All right.
And I'm going to assume is back to his office. So one thing to note is there is a guard there. He was very friendly though, so perhaps we just call him out for us.
Maybe you say that you left something in there.
Why don't we just offer him a drink? We could say
A guard.
No,
or
no, no,
Lord
no, no,
Thailand.
no. We'll say that me and Chaddington here want to thank him for this delicious meal by buying him a drink.
Well, I think maybe you see.
Or me and you, Fang, I mean.
Yeah, maybe if you guys can get him out to, maybe you want to bring him down here and introduce him to your buddy Fang. I don't think they've met. I can kind of take care of the rest if you can get me close to that door.
Exactly. So that could be a good plan.
And so as I'm assuming we're gonna like start walking down this hall. So like as we walk down the hall, is there a moment where like no one's around?
As you guys walk down the hall, yeah, there's a quick moment as the cocktail server in this area is staring out into the casino hall, and there's no one standing in the actual hall itself.
So I just kind of say to Solrak, like I said, just get him to open the door for a little bit, and I polymorph myself into a fly, and I sit myself like right on the back of his neck.
Oh, weird. It's like tickling. And wait a minute, you now talk
Like this, hey guys, I'm a fly.
I wish.
Oh god, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna coolly make my way back over to the hallway, back over to the guard. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, as you make your way back down to the stairs over there and begin to go up the stairs, you hear the music up the stairs once again continue to play, and see Varys say, "Oh, hey, you must clean that plate already, huh?" He stands
Oh,
right
you
there.
know how I do, Varys. Always cleaning them plates.
That's
Yeah,
right.
'cause I've had a couple drinks at this point.
Hey, watch out real quick. Stay still.
Okay.
It's a fly on you.
It's just no, it's not a fly. It's just this really ugly birthmark I usually try to hide from people. It's pretty disgusting.
Sorak, you gotta love your skin, buddy.
I know exactly. So please do not hit me because it would hurt.
All right, all right. You just do whatever you do, you mysterious big old burly man, you know?
You got it. I start boogieing back over to the door.
You guys boogie on over there, and guard standing at the rope again. Oh, whoa, I'm sorry.
Excuse me, my friend. I'm sorry to bother you once again. I'm just hoping you can once again call Lord Dryland. I just would love for him to meet my friend and thank him for that delicious meal that he comped for us. Really, I have traveled quite far today, and I have never, ever seen hospitality like.
Sorry, Dryland, he just asked me to make sure that no one gets by. So I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to stop you right here.
Sure, that makes sense. Now, your job is to be safe, right? And I put my arm around him, way that on my back is towards the door, and
take off.
Exactly. Your job is to keep it safe around here, right?
Absolutely, of course. That's why it is my job indeed.
Well, I have to say you're doing quite fantastic, but keep an eye on that guy. And I point over to Varys. He is quite the party animal, let me tell you.
I don't think I've seen his hips and feet stop moving all night.
Oh man, he is crazy. But anyways, I will not much time of you. But if you want, I can totally buy you a drink. You're doing a great job, buddy. I'm gonna just kind of start like slowly talking to him a little bit, even though just kind of doing small talk shit. I'm there to keep him kind of distracted.
Yeah.
Chatting to do his thing.
I'm gonna look for Way in the room.
Yeah, Chaddington, you buzz on by as Solrak turns his body around, exposing you to that hallway. And you fly on down that hall and make your way over to that door. And yeah, there is a gap underneath the doorway that you could easily squeeze your little fly body into.
Yep. And I'm walking on the ground, so I'm not like buzzing around. So like I'm walking, I go into the room, and then I kind of I guess there's a table.
Yeah, you
and
see Dryland in there at the table, like frantically grabbing some papers and whatnot and scuffling things about.
Okay. I just kind of put myself over here by the wall, like hidden, so I'm not just a fly sitting on the wall. I'm just gonna watch him for a little bit, see what he's doing.
Yeah.
See if I can get like a better vantage point.
Yeah, you
Crawl
see
up the wall, maybe on the ceiling.
You see him grabbing the papers and start to like move things frantically, shuffle them about, and like kind of pile them together and putting them into one drawer. And he takes a key and he locks it real quick. And then you see him grab his temple and wince in pain. Bends over, agonizing. He stands up straight. You see him wipe his hand like this across his nose and look down and just kind of wipe that off real quick. And that's where we'll pick up the next game.
Fly in the room. Love it. Flip
That
a
was
quick
sick.
picture.
You can make a quick perception check if you want to, Elmore, or see what that was, but...
I'd like to, if we can do that before.
Mm-hmm.
19.
Yeah, you see that he started bleeding out of his nose after kind of not killing her, but he kind of just like bent over in pain. Obviously, like touching his head, maybe some sort of headache or something like that. And then soon after, blood starts pulling out his nose a little bit.
Mm.
And that is where we will indeed pick it up on Sunday.
Ready?
Oh, yeah.
It's Ferris Bueller's, right? Like where it's like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, so good. I love that. All right, that was awesome, guys. I'm sorry it went a little bit longer than I was wanted it to tonight, but
That was awesome.
we're at a great spot to pick it up on Sunday, and I'm excited for what comes next. But yeah, without wasting too much of your guys' time, thank you for joining us. Thank you for playing, the three of you. Enjoy that short rest. Carlos, happy anniversary and happy early birthday.
Yeah.
Happy early birthday.
And
Thanks, guys.
yeah, take it easy, guys. Take that short rest. Catch you on Sunday, and look out for those goblins under the stairs. You do it. That's so cool.
And don't forget, Lord Dryling's a sketchy piece of shit. Fuck him.
Hashtag.
See you.
See you guys. Peace out.
Peace.